there, I'm Angela. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm so happy that you're here. And if you've been with me for a while, I'm also so happy that you're here. Today is kind of a special video for reasons that I'll get into, but the main part of the video is I'm going to be doing a reveal of a top that I made during a collaboration with Michelle from Michelle Sews Again. Hint, I'm wearing it now. I'll give you a better look here shortly. So if that sounds interesting, stay tuned. Before we take a closer look at my top, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of the background about how this challenge slash collaboration came to be. So Michelle from Michelle Sews Again, I'm sure you guys are familiar with her channel, but of course I'll put a link to her channel below. She has organized this massive challenge for the month of September, and the whole purpose behind it is to raise awareness regarding Alzheimer's disease. She lost her father to Alzheimer's, and it's one of her missions to raise awareness to help end Alzheimer's, or to at least help bring about measures in place that make the disease easier to manage for the patients and for the families. It's a terrible disease. I'll put a link to her intro video that she made to kick off this whole challenge. Of course, that'll be below as well. And at the end of my video, I'll give you guys more details about how you can participate if you're interested, but a little more about the collaborations that Michelle has arranged throughout the whole month. She has arranged a different collaboration for each day of September with a different sewist that has a YouTube channel. So that means that she's making some type of item, a garment or other type of item for each day in September, and making a video about that. That's pretty amazing. It's such like a massive amount of work that she's taken on. This is a very important mission for her, understandably. So we are all here to support her in that. So my part in that is that she and I did a collaboration for the Love Notions Rhapsody top, which is what I'm wearing. I'll show you guys a little more here soon and talk a little more about the pattern. So I'll put a link to her reveal video for the Rhapsody in my description box below. We're both posting these videos on Sunday, September 4th, and I would encourage you guys to follow the hashtag. It's hashtag SewPurpleToEndAlls22. I'll put that below as well. And check out each of the different videos every day. So it'll be Michelle having a video every day along with her particular collaborator for that day. Telling you, this woman put in a lot of time on this project, and let's all rally behind it. I really would encourage you to watch her intro video especially. She goes a little bit into the background and her story with her dad. It was very touching. And also she provides pretty eye-opening facts about Alzheimer's disease and the status of it, of the research and the funding and things like that. So yeah, check that out. And let's see, I took a lot of notes for this one, so if you see me looking at my paper down here, forgive me. This one is packed full of information, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, one thing I forgot. Also in my description box below, I'm going to put a list of all the collaborators that were a part of this and the particular day that they will be posting their reveal video. So please take a look at those. There's some really good sewists, a lot of whom I'm sure you guys already watch because they're so good. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So be sure and take a look at their videos below. Yeah, I think that I covered everything, and let's go ahead and take a look at my top. I'll do like a little twirl video and put some still photos in. I have to say I love this top and I'll be making more, but let's look at it first and then I'll tell you a little bit more about my experience sewing it up. So let's do it. So what did you think? I mentioned before, I love this top. It was pretty easy to sew. It's very comfortable. It's easy to wear. Like those are my two criteria anymore on most of my projects. Is it easy to sew and easy to wear? So this fits the bill on both of those points. I love it, and I guarantee that I will be making more of these. And I'd also like to try some of the other variations. So I'll put a picture of the pattern cover with all the line drawings right up here, and you can see that there's like a ton of different sleeve options. So I really like sleeveless tops in the summertime. Sometimes sleeves just kind of annoy me if they don't fit just right, whether it's a store-bought top or a home sewn top. So I tend to wear a lot of sleeveless and then maybe with like a little topper over it. But I would like to try some of the sleeved versions of this pattern, maybe, you know, for fall or winter or maybe next year. This pattern's a keeper for sure. And I'm guessing that at least some of you guys have made it already. Let me know in the comments if you have made it and how did you like it? Would you make it again? What was your experience with it? I know that there are a lot of good reviews for the Rhapsody top all over the web, and there's a lot of how-to videos. In fact, I did reference, so let me back up. So in the PDF pattern, in the instructions, there are links to some of the instructional videos. So there were one or two parts where I thought it wasn't difficult, but it was something new that I'd never done before. So I actually clicked the links and watched the videos, which was kind of nice to have. That might be the first time no, I did watch a video on one other thing that I've made. It was a pair of pants from a Mimi G pattern, so I watched her video for that. But when you need more than written instructions, having a video is really nice. One other thing that I like about this top is that it's finished very clean on the inside. Here in just a few minutes, I'll kind of show you guys that, but so hang on for that. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you guys about this. I think that's about it. It was a good make. I definitely will make it again. So let's take a look at some of the construction details that I mentioned. So let's take a look at a couple of the details that I talked about. I'll show you a couple of the things that were new to me. So the side seams are sewn with a French seam. You guys can see that. And I'm sure like you guys have probably, I don't know if that's showing up very well on the camera. I'm sure that's nothing new for you guys, but I don't recall ever sewing a French seam before, unless it was like many years ago, and it's not something that I normally do, but I really like the way that it looks on the inside, especially considering that I don't yet have a serger, but that's what the pattern actually has you do, so it makes a, you know, a clean finish on the inside. And then the neckline and the arm size both just have binding, which I just did self-bind. I did binding out of the lining material for that, so that was pretty straightforward. So it's very clean. And then in the back there is a yoke, which I used the black lining fabric for, and the way that this is sewn was kind of new to me as well, and it also leaves a very clean finish on the inside. And this is the part that I had never done, and I had to watch the video for, and now thinking about it, I'm trying to remember how I even did it. It was kind of it was an interesting little maneuver where you had to like roll the bottom of the fabric up and then kind of flip it, and I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, and I'll find that video and put a link below in my description box so you guys can see it. She does a much better job demonstrating it than I can explaining it to you, but what I'd like to just share is that it leaves a nice clean finish. So there's no like raw edges anywhere on the inside of this garment, which is very nice. And one other thing I wanted to share, at the back, just in the center back, just below the yoke, is a pleat. So that's nice. I'll turn it inside out and show you that. So there's so many little small details so that you see the pleat. Oh, I realized I forgot to take my basting thread out of the pleats. That's what that white thread is. I can take care of that though. Yeah, so it has a nice little pleat detail in the center back, which is good. And then at the front shoulder area, it's nicely gathered. So that's another nice little touch too. So a lot of small details that are pretty easy to do, but they make a world of difference in making the shirt look so nice. I think I'm probably going to have to stop myself from wearing this too much. I love it so much, and I don't want to wash it so much that I wear it out. I'll make other ones of these kind of in like less precious fabrics that I can wear all the time. This fabric was kind of near and dear to me. If you watched any of my recent videos lately, you have seen this fabric. It was a find on Etsy, and it turned out that it was just a small piece. I think it was like 1 5/8 yards, and it was just enough to make this. So there's no getting more of this fabric. So I want to be like very delicate with how I wash this and make this top last for a long time. But I'll be making more of these just in any kind of fabrics. And of course, be sure and check out Michelle's video with her Rhapsody review. I can't wait to see her make. I've seen the fabric that she chose. It's divine. It's beautiful. It's a pale, like lilac purple, gorgeous. Go check out her video. I'll put the link below. By the time my video posts and you're able to see this, hers will be up as well. So yeah, so that's the Rhapsody. It's a good make. And before I sign off, I wanted to give you guys some more details in case you're interested in participating in this challenge. So it's running all through the month of September, and it's pretty simple. What you need to do, I'll put like the infographic up here, which kind of states the rules or whatever. You need to make anything in purple. It could be a garment, but it doesn't have to be a garment. It could be like a craft type item or something for the house. The whole goal is to make something in purple. It could be a purple print like I have where the color is primarily purple, or any shade or tone of a purple solid fabric. And you have until September 30th to get it posted over on Instagram. And once you post it, you'll need to use the hashtag #SewPurpleToEndAlls, ALZ22, and also to tag Michelle Sews again, and you'll be entered. There will be prizes. I don't think I've mentioned that yet, at least on this video. There are going to be prizes that are randomly drawn. Once again, I would encourage you to watch Michelle's intro video. She gives like way more detail than I've given. Yeah, follow the hashtag on Instagram, and I hope that you'll participate. It's really fun. It can be something very small. It doesn't have to be elaborate. The whole goal is to sew purple to end alls. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. I hope that you've had a good weekend, and I will talk to you later in the week. Bye.